Howdy, folks. It is just about 7:30 in the morning, just a little bit overcast, and we are out here at Nimrod Dam. This is the lowest I've ever seen the water. It's still pretty decent, but usually you can see that pipe flowing there. There's one there too that's just barely moving. Those are normally kicking out pretty well. So I'm not sure what that's going to mean for me, but I normally have a decent amount of luck here. I don't come that often because it's about a 2-hour drive. So today we're here hoping to find some big catfish because I got my carp and I'm falling on rocks. It's not the best environment for walking around. Anyway, I guess I don't really need to say more than that, so let's get some lures in the water and see whatever it is that's popping around out here on the surface. Maybe we can catch it. Alright, got some big old carp hunks in here. Hopefully they thawed out at least a little bit. Doesn't seem like it. You'd think on a 2-hour drive and a crummy cooler like that they could thaw a little bit for me, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Let's see if I can... Alright, that one broke off at least. I'm not using a bait that big. I originally cut these up this size for use in the Arkansas River, but I haven't had a big chance to get down there and try that out. So we're gonna cut us some pieces here. Oh, I got a reasonable size hook on one of these. We'll go about this size. There we go. Get through the skin, which is really tough. Now this big hunk of meat here doesn't need to be a giant hunk of meat. Let's just cut that off and we can use it as just a big hunk of meat. There we go. Got us a couple baits. I'm gonna leave this one out, but I'll put it back in the cooler to kind of keep from getting rod on me. Untangle my rods here. I'm carrying too damn many of them. Alright, this one. This is my, what size are you? 6.5, 7 feet? 6 foot medium ugly tough rod. One of my newer rods, and honestly one of my favorite rods. Ugly stick just keeps making them better and better, but we're gonna throw it out like that. Hopefully that'll be good enough. And I'm gonna chuck it as close to the middle as I can get it. So let's kind of move over here a bit. Yeah, we'll stay around over here because I don't want to have to try to run across all these rocks if I gotta go chasing for it. Whip it right over there. Yeah, right over by the wall. I'm sure that'll be good. Now where can I put this? Looks like I can set it up kind of right there. That'll be good. Tighten the line up and we'll get the other rod going. Alright, the other rod. This one, how tall are you? You are 6.5 feet. Medium ugly stick elite. This used to be my favorite rod until I got the ugly tough. It's got kind of a smaller hook on it. You know, you don't always want to fish for just the giants because sometimes the giants ain't around. So we'll just get that bait on there. I think that's pretty good looking. And we're gonna whip it more out here into the pool. Oh, wow. You know, that one threw a lot better than that one did. I wonder if maybe I should have tried to get this over there. I bet I could have got it between the walls. But oh well. Tighten that up. And where can I stick this thing? Got a big rock here. Do I got a pre-drilled hole somewhere? Doesn't look like it. The other side, I like fishing that side better. It's got a lot more holes drilled all over the place, but it's a huge pain to get to. But I bet that looks like it should be kind of sturdy. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that and hope for the best. It might get ripped in. It might not. Who knows? Hopefully we catch it before it does. Okay, now let's stuff the cast. got a dock runner. I've actually taken the time to finally get a new actual dock runner with a new Ugly Tough reel. So I've got this little guy on here. I think this will be really killer, like right up here against the wall. I don't know about out in the middle at the moment. So for now, I think I'll use my light action. Nice GX2 5'6" light action. And on it, I've got tied a blade bait. I was using one of these recently and I lost it immediately. So of course I had to get some more. And we're gonna see if I can do any good with this. Tighten that up too. I don't know how all my handles got so loose. But this should just go out there, bring it back, it kind of wiggles. Man, I can launch that thing. I think that's heavier than I thought it was. I thought it was a 1/4 ounce. I'm gonna have to check that. Let's get it back and see, because I can throw that really far, surprisingly far. I don't know if that was a fish or a rock. It was plants. It's a 1/2 ounce. All right, a 1/2 ounce is kind of heavy for this rod, but I'll make it work. I can't throw it super hard, I guess, or snap it too much. These things normally have a lure capacity on them. Got a 6-pound line on it. I don't see any lure capacities, but I know that a 1/2 ounce is a little heavy for this rod. Probably pretty heavy for a 6-pound line. But we're gonna see what we can do with it. Oh, that's a snag. Well, first thing we caught is a snag. I'm not sure what it snagged on. Maybe I just let it sink too low and just hit the concrete. I hate climbing on this thing. It's so steep. Got it. Well, I'm over here. May as well fish right along the wall. Being up tall like this should help me keep my lure off the bottom a little better at least. Uh-oh. Well, there goes my brand new, far too heavy and kind of expensive blade bait. Let's use our little lure here before I tie something else on. See if we can find something hanging out around here. Yep, I thought that might happen. Well, we're gonna break off another one here. Snagged up over on the rocks. I knew I threw it a little too close. Well, we are once again still off to a great start. I guess we need to reevaluate what we're doing. Alright, slight lure change here. We're gonna use a paddle tail. A little underspin on the jig. That should be helpful. The underspin won't do a ton for us right now, except maybe make a little water vibration. But once that sun kind of comes out, if it gets through these clouds, it should make a nice little flash to get some attention. Well, apparently there was something there. Good thing I spooked it away. And then immediately caught on a rock. God dang it. I mean, I expected to come over here and fish in the rocks. I thought I'd get... Okay, good. I thought I'd get a couple casts before I snagged up. I think that was a fish. My line just darted off to the side all of a sudden. Probably something small that just grabbed onto the tail, but I'll bring it back through there. Ha! Finally. God damn it. Alright, I've been here about an hour and a half. I've had essentially no action. I got that gar bite early. I got some turtle bites. I caught a little dinky bass over there. But I think I'm gonna suck it up and make a move over to there. Really sucks because I gotta climb up here, back to the car, walk across the dam, and back down this hill, and down over into these rocks. But the absolute worst part about it is going back up the hill, because it's a lot steeper and longer than getting up this one. But I feel like I'm gonna do better over there, because that gate is actually moving and water coming out. Fish like waterfalls and stuff. It'll really oxygenate the water more over there. I know we haven't had a lot of rain, so this may be kind of stagnant. I also think we may just have no luck, because the water being so low and no rain for so long, there just hasn't been a chance for fish to move up into here, because it's a pretty popular spot. Could just be kind of fish empty for now. But all right, let's get to moving, I guess. All right, here we are. We've made it across. Wasn't too bad getting over here. Like I said, going back is the crummy part. You can kind of see now the path I had to go back up. I had to go up those stairs, and then there's a path over there up to that guardrail. So it's not so bad here, just straight up. Sucks. But let's get our stuff redeployed. Still got my hunk of carp on this guy. Should be fine to just whip right on back out. We're gonna fix the hook in there a little bit. Sure, good enough. Let's throw it kind of over by that wall. Yep. Good enough. Then I like this area because it's full rod holders. That's not a very good one. That one's pretty alright. Yeah, that'll work. Now we can just tighten our line up here. Good enough. That should stay. Don't have a giant hook on this one. What am I tangled up on here? My line is tangled. There we go. Hook that guy. Just like so. We'll whip him on out. I'd say there. Right about there. Bring it back a little bit. Looks like I got a good rod holder right here. It's pretty all right. Excellent. Now back to our rooster tail, which not even this has been able to save us today, so hopefully this side is a little more productive. I think something's fiddling with the big carp. My line's gone slack. I'm getting these little shakes. Seems like it's more than just the wind. Let's bring it in a little. Mine's gone real slack, honestly. I think I got something here. Yeah. It's pretty all right. What do we got? Oop. Is that a nice catfish? I can see its tail. Yeah, it's a pretty nice catfish. All right, finally something worth catching. Come here, net. Downside here is I lost my fish grips at some point. Oop. That's not helpful to anyone. Oh, that's not a rod I'm using. Come here, buddy. This guy might be a little bit obnoxious to hold. I've got my other set, but they're not quite as good. Luckily, you can lip a catfish. They got these little teats down here, so it does hurt a little. How you looking? it's gonna be harder to handle. Such a big bait. Can't fully figure out what the hook's doing. Unhook these from my pants. I really like these pliers. They're good for small fish and good hook sets. They got this nice little wire cutter and I can clip them in my pants. But if a fish gets it down deep, you're a little SOL. I don't think I'm getting that out of there. Sorry, pal. That's your new decoration. Fish are pretty good about working hooks out of their gullets, though. Yeah. Stop biting me. It hurts. Secure my pliers, because I've lost several pair climbing around on these rocks before. One of the reasons I got these clip-on ones. There we go. But that's a pretty alright catfish. That's kind of what I was hoping to find. Wish you'd have done a nice big hard bite so I'd have known you were on there better and we could have got that hook out of you, but good luck, pal. I'm gonna let you go. Don't rip my thumb out here. There we go. Luckily it gets deep real fast. But alright, finally a fish. Now I gotta retie this thing. Other rod's starting to get a little hit now. Come on, back in. A little bit of movement on the rod tip. A lot of bit of movement on this one. This one went super slack. Alright, I don't think anything's on this. Go back. This one's still kind of moving a little. That feels like a fish. I think that's a gar. Little gar on a big hook, on a big bait. What are you doing, guy? Ha, little spotted gar. Okay, I'll take it. Like I said, I like gar. They're fun. Come here, into the net. No, into the net. Ugh. Oh, god damn it. How did I manage that? I've got my other line wrapped around me. There we go. Get off of me. There we go. Come here, gar. Let's get my other fish grips. Ones I don't like quite as much. And they're honestly, for as little as I use them, they're getting a little nasty and stiff. But fish grips are important for handling gar. Oh, the hook came out. Convenient. Unfortunately, he's still got the line in his mouth. Probably gonna have to retie all that. All right, buddy. Open up. Ah, the hook's not out. The hook went through his lower jaw. Can I get that back out of you without... You know what? It's probably just going to hurt him more if I try to take it back out of him. So this is a nice thing, and I'll just... I probably got to retie it anyway. We'll just cut that off. We already put a hook in one fish. Let's be nice to this one. Come here, pal. Yeah, I know. There we go. Stop. Stop. These grips don't hold very well, my guy. I don't want to rip a hole in your mouth. More than I already have. But there we go. Nice little spotted gar. Come down here, give him a nice release. Whoop. Not as nice as I wanted, but pretty good release. Well, once again, the fishing has slowed down after those couple catches fairly quick in succession. I haven't really gotten much of a hit. I think I had some turtle bites. That was about it. But I mean, I've just fished right at the base of the dam here, base of the dam here. There is, however, an entire river back behind me. I'm just debating, so I want to fish this bank of the river, walk down there. I mean, I can kind of see that I can do it fairly well. But I also know that that bank of the river, there's a parking lot down around that bend, and I can just drive down there and park, and then I can kind of walk around and fish in the bend. I think, right as I'm talking, my tight line is starting to bounce. Camera on head. Just got a little bounce. Of course, when you want to leave, the fish convince you to stay. They don't bite and get hooked. Come on, go again. Anyway, that bend down there, there's a boat ramp and a parking lot. I think I'll suck it up and I'll get the crappiness over with climbing up here. Get nice and tired, and then just go sit in the Jeep for a minute, and then I can get back to catching fish. Are you going to do something, or is that little bounce all there was? Alright, I'm pretty sure this thing ain't getting bit. Nothing's getting bit right now. It just teased me real quick. So we're going to pack up, get back up the hill, back across the dam, back to the Jeep over there. We're going to drive it over there and keep fishing in the main river. Alright, here we are, downriver a little ways, new spot. Same plan. I got a good amount of walking room all through here. I guess I'm just going to park up right down here to start with. See if I can get some rod holders around. Looks like it's all just damn near straight rock. So we may have to try to come up with something clever. But we will try. I mean, this looks like dirt. I don't see why this wouldn't work. Can I get a rod holder into this? Grab one of these stupid things. They're all tangled up in the net. Yep, good planning, me. Good job. Okay, okay. Why do I do this to myself? There we go. This. I don't like that one very much. Yeah. That is very tough. Maybe if this thing was pointed a little. What about down here? Oh yeah, that goes right in down there. Perfect. Let's take our big old bait here. Get away from me, bug. More bugs over here. I'm gonna throw it over by that stick. Not on the stick, damn it. There we go. Close to the stick. Fish like sticks. Even catfish, bowfin, they like posting up around cover. So we'll let that roll. Now this one that I don't particularly care for. See if I can get it in the ground. Right over here. That'll work. These ones, you don't have to put them all the way in. Is they just let the rod rest up next to it. I'll take this little guy. I'll just flip him out towards the middle. Good enough. And then it will just kind of rest like that. Hopefully it works. Tighten this up a little more. There we go. There we go. It's called a tight line for a reason. Lines need to be tight. That feels like it's probably snagged up. Oh, it came out. Good enough. And then got the rooster tail still kicking. Not catching, but I still got it. Let's whip it around. Oh, that's a fish. Pretty decent fish. He is going under this. Oh boy. Good fish. Oh, I foul hooked it. That's why. What is this? I don't know what it is, but I think I've got it hooked around the dorsal. Come on, bud. I think this is a buffalo. Well, rooster tail finally caught something, I guess. Not quite in the way I wanted it to, but fish is a fish, and I mean, it's a pretty alright fish. I mean, you can't argue with that. That's definitely a buffalo. And look, the hook came out now that he's in the net. Now if I can get him to hold still long enough for me to get the hook out of his sting. There we go. Pretty good fish. You look very slimy. You are very slimy. I don't think I'll be able to hold you as much as I'd like. I'm definitely not going to use the grips because they'll just rip a hole in your mouth. So I'm just going to... Yeah, we're going. Hold your horses. Ugh. Slippery rock. Perfect. There you go, bud. Sorry about that. But hey, it's kind of cool. Didn't expect that. I thought I was going to get snagged up on the rocks, and when I first hit it, I thought it was a rock till it started zooming out. So, well, move was worth at least one fish, so that's cool. Well, I think I'm going to call it. It's about 12:30. I got up this morning at 4:30, started driving around 5. 2 hours here, then I had to wait for it to get bright enough to actually do anything. But then I fished for about 5 hours now. I've caught a little spotted bass, channel cat, the gar, tons of turtle bites, and I snagged the buffalo. So I mean, overall, not too bad, unless you want to count all my lost lures, which I think is 4, maybe 5. More than I'd like. But if I leave now, I should get home at a reasonable enough time, and frankly, I'm really hungry. I didn't eat anything this morning, so I'm just sitting out here starving. So, I suppose I'll call it here, and I think it's a good start to my fish week. Not terrible. Not great by any means, but not terrible. So, hopefully, I'll have more good things coming, and hopefully more fish catching. So, stay tuned, and see y'all next time.